Hello guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. I know I have not posted in a long time. Do not come for me. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Milton. Now, for those who don't know, I do live in Florida. So I was affected by Hurricane Milton, but as you can see, if you do know anything, there were a bunch of tornadoes, but to God's glory, we are perfectly fine. There was no tornadoes in the area that affected us. And I know it could have been much worse, but we're going to talk about other things and other people that were affected in the video. So with that, let's run the intro. Okay, so I don't even know where to start for real, but let me see. Okay, let's start with before Hurricane Milton even came. So before Hurricane Milton, it was actually Hurricane Helene, and I'm not gonna say she didn't do any damage because the West Coast is actually having it really bad. I feel like out of everybody, the West Coast obviously is having it the worst out of everybody. But in terms of the East Coast where I do live, Hurricane Helene didn't affect us as much. Or Helen, I'm not sure. I know people are saying it a bunch of different ways. But Hurricane Helene didn't really affect us. It was more like a tropical storm for us. It wasn't really like the full-blown hurricane. And so after almost 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene, we found out about Hurricane Milton. And it was just like, oh, Hurricane Helene done left her little son. Now her son's trying to get her get back. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, so we're just thinking, oh, it's gonna be just like Hurricane Helene, not too much, until they announced that it was going to be a Category 5 hurricane. Run the news clip.
In Florida are under evacuation orders with the impending arrival of Hurricane Milton.
As Hurricane Milton.
The latest out of Florida this morning, Hurricane Milton once again now strengthening into a Category 5 storm.
Up to a Category 5 hurricane.
Category 5 storm with ferocious winds of up to 270 kilometers an hour.
Expected to make landfall late tonight or early Thursday morning, with forecasters warning could be one of the most destructive hurricanes on record.
Residents are preparing with Milton expected to make landfall this week in the Tampa Bay area. Watches and warnings have been issued for much of our state's west coast.
And South Florida is also on alert as well. We have flood watch issued for our area, and some streets are already underwater after a whole lot of rain this weekend.
So, as you could see, Hurricane Milton was clearly not going to be like Hurricane Helene, and was going to be coming as a much more stronger and powerful hurricane. But the thing was, thank God, by the time it made landfall, it was a Category 3. But between then, it was fluctuating from Category 5 to Category 4 to Category 3, back to Category 5. So we can just only thank God that but by the time it made landfall, it was back down to a Category 3 hurricane. Although it wasn't as bad, it still did leave a lot of damage to the West Coast. But with it, an unexpected happened, and for the West Coast, I feel like it was all over, but specifically because it affected, well, not the West Coast, but specifically because it affected my area. It brought with it a lot of tornadoes to the East Coast. It's crazy because I've always gotten tornado warnings on my phone. But I basically just at first when I was younger, I used to oh my gosh, a tornado warning. Used to go to my parents, oh my gosh, guys, you have to be careful. A tornado might be coming in our area. But as I got older and I kept getting the same warnings over and over again, I never really took them seriously anymore. It was oh, tornado warning, okay, whatever. Which I know, guys, it wasn't the best idea that I've probably made, and I should have been taking them more seriously, but the effects of this hurricane and the tornadoes definitely made me realize that it's not a joke when I be getting those warnings, because I can about like 8 to 10 tornadoes touched down in and around my area, and I feel like I realized this was really serious when I seen a post online, and I'll show it like over here. I seen a post online which said multiple people dead from a tornado, and I took time. I remember I was laying down in my room, and I was just laying down just there looking at my phone, and I was just like, people in my area just died from a tornado. And then as the night went on, I started seeing more and more videos and more posts of tornadoes, destroyed houses, cars that are in people's are flipped upside down in people's driveways, destroyed by tornadoes that had touched down in the area. And it was just kind of surreal, because I didn't really expect this to happen the way it did, I guess. Like, again, it was just, I don't know, like I'm not like, obviously like it's not this is not supposed to be a sad video. It's just a video to bring awareness to the situation that really happened, because online it does show that like Floridans were taking it as a joke still, even though it was like a hurricane. But really and truly, it wasn't a joke. We started seeing and hearing about the effects of the tornadoes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy to think about.
Hurricane Milton's
So as you guys could see for yourselves, and from what I guys told you, obviously I don't know everything, I haven't heard everything, I haven't seen everything, but all I do want to say is I'm praying for the people. And please, if you are religious or not, I want you guys to continue thinking about the people on the West Coast. Pray for them if you want to, because a lot of people lost their homes, a lot of people lost their lives, lost the lives of loved ones, and obviously it's not easy to deal with something like that. So just, if you can, find, donate, GoFundMe, charities that are helping fund to help people get back resources and get back their things that they've lost during this hurricane and the flooding that happened as a result of it. Again, pray for them. They're going to need it. And on another note, I decided to make this video into 2 parts. And obviously the first part was about like the effects of the hurricane as a whole in the area, in the whole of Florida, Florida. And I'm going to make the second part basically about how it affected me and my family personally, the effects it had on our home, and the effects it had on like our neighbors and stuff like that. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Just stay tuned for part 2. I'm hoping you're gonna have it out a little bit later after this one is posted. Guys, stay safe. I'm praying for all of y'all who are in Florida, who are affected by this hurricane, guys. I'm praying for the West Coast, and I'm praying for all my family and friends that were also affected, guys. So if you have to like, subscribe, share, comment, guys. Please share, please subscribe, please like, guys. You don't know how much it'll help. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, because I'm gonna start posting more often. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start posting more often. But I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Ooh.